I'm trying my best all the time to be a good dad. Like anything my son asks me, I never lie to him. I always tell them the truth, and I always try to come through, no matter what. But nothing fucks your kid up more than trying not to fuck them up. Because my son was like, Dad, I want you to make my Halloween costume for me. And I was like, hell yeah. I can do that for sure, right? Like, what do you want to be for Halloween? And he was like, Dad, this year, I want to be a Kegel. Look, son, are you watching your mom's Pilates videos on YouTube when she's not around? Do you guys know what a Kegel is? Yeah, well, it's not a... Right. Well, it's not a children's fucking Halloween costume. A Kegel's an exercise, okay? It's like my son said he wanted to be a push-up for Halloween. Or a crunch. But he didn't say push-up or crunch. He said Kegel, and that is a specific exercise. If you don't know what a Kegel is, it's an exercise designed to increase the strength of your pelvic floor. Yeah, I thought my... Right, exactly, yeah. I thought my son wanted to be a tight pussy for Halloween, you guys. What else am I supposed to think? A Kegel. And if you guys don't know how to do a Kegel, just pretend you're putting a straw up your asshole and drinking soup. Now, if you're not laughing right now, that's because you just tried to do that, okay? Yeah, that's right. You felt your chair shake? That was your husband learning to Kegel, is what that was. So anyways, I look at my son and I'm like, look, son, you want to be a Kegel for Halloween? Like, I'm flattered that you want to dress up like one of your dad's heroes. What's that, kid? That is the best joke I ever wrote. Thanks. Anyways, yeah, I always think it's going to get a bigger pop, and it never really does. Even at my special, I'm like, no, but it doesn't. And so, anyways, listen, kid, do you even know what a Kegel is? He's 7, right? He's like, yeah, Dad, Kegel. Cat, eagle. And I was like, oh. Cat, eagle. Of course that's what you think a Kegel is. I'm glad I asked him before I explained, you know? Because I almost told this kid to go put a straw up his asshole and drink some soup, right? So, he would have done it. He's a great listener. So anyways, I'm just so relieved I don't have to dress him up like a vagina muscle exercise for Halloween. I was like, oh, for sure, I'll make you into a cat eagle, no problem. I don't have to go to Joann's Fabric and ask these ladies how to fucking make pubes. This is great. I'll dress you up, cat eagle, no problem. How complicated could that be? I just said yes. I was like, yes, cat eagle, you got it, son. I didn't think it through at all. I forgot that he's a visionary, right? I was like, whiskers, wings, cat, eagle? He's like, nah, Dad. Down the middle. Cat on the left. Eagle on the right. 50-50, cat, eagle, dad, Kegel, I want to be a Kegel, Dad. And every time he would say Kegel, he would kind of do one. It was kind of unsettling, you know what I mean? He'd be like, I want to be a Kegel, Dad. Dress me up like a Kegel. I want to be a fucking Kegel for Halloween. I'd be like, all right. Just stop Kegeling me out of the room, okay? I'll dress you up like whatever you want. Just don't Kegel your father into the kitchen ever again, and I'll do it. So I get to work on this costume. I get a bunch of feathers. I get a bunch of carpet. I'm sewing this thing together. I'm working on this thing for days, hours, nights, and nothing is good enough for my son. He is marching around giving me notes the entire time. Like he's a Parisian fashion designer on a deadline, you know? He's like, no, more feathers, Papa. It's got to have a bigger beak. What are you, crazy? I want to look like a Kegel, not a boiled chicken. And I'm like, whatever you say, son, you got it, boy. I'll fucking make you the best Kegel anybody's ever seen. And I work on this costume for weeks. I pass out from glue fumes 3 times. All right? My hands are calloused, okay? And then on Halloween, he comes in and he's like, you know what, Dad? I want to be Harry Potter. Yeah, I'm not really into Kegels anymore. I'm more of a boy wizard kind of guy, and feel like that's what I want to do. And I worked so hard on this costume. It wasn't even about him at this point. It's about me. I was like, oh, you're going to be the prettiest fucking Kegel anybody's ever seen. Now get into that costume and get out there and trick or treat. And he loves his Kegel costume. He is wearing it, rocking it, doing Kegels all over the neighborhood, right? Just loving life. I think everyone in my neighborhood is gonna be like, wow, you're such a good dad. You know, you made such an elaborate costume. Your kid is so happy. How do you do it? That's not what happened. Because I forgot that the first question they're gonna ask him at every single house he goes to, every single person that walks past him, yeah, what are you supposed to be? And it's not obvious, he looks fucking nuts, you guys. Half carpet, half feathers. Walking around, he looks like Roadkill Big Bird, you guys. Not one person was like, nice Kegel costume. That didn't happen, not once. Let me guess, cat, eagle, Kegel, killer. Fuck yeah, kid. That didn't happen. And I can't hear the people asking him that question either, right? I'm standing at the end of the driveway, just watching the parents' faces. Right? I can see some 40-year-old frozen princess, you know, all dolled up, excited about Halloween, opens the door to see my son. He was like, my son's just standing there being like, yep, a Kegel. That's right, I said I'm a Kegel. Yeah, a Kegel. All over the neighborhood, I'm a Kegel, I'm a Kegel, I'm a Kegel, I'm a Kegel. And I'm watching these parents' faces at the end of every driveway just calculating. They're doing that like neighborly math, you know, where they're like, what's the right thing to do? When a 7-year-old dressed as a vagina muscle exercise comes knocking at your door. I mean, do I give him a Kit Kat or do I call CPS? Like, what is the right thing to do? Anyways, we get him back in a couple of weeks. So we get him back, I mean, a couple of weeks. No, you guys, he didn't get taken away from us. He just got taken out of every play group he's ever been invited to. All the dads are like, don't invite that Kegel kid over to play basketball, okay? But the rest of it is true, except my wife made the costume. But the rest of it. And honestly, guys, if you guys still don't believe me, well then, check that shit out. That's the costume in all of its glory. It's tough trying to